got the sexiest motherfucker at Barstool Sports right now, the Double Vodka Don. He's about to be. What do you say? You're not the single Vodka Don. You're the Double Vodka Don with sugar-free Red Bull, right?
Yes, sir.
Of course. Man, I'm proud of you. You look fucking awesome, man. You look great.
I appreciate it. It's been just a wild journey. Like I feel like it happened so fast where I didn't really like have this like long-winded plan to just start working out. I feel like it was like one like Saturday or Sunday I just had an epiphany, and then like I woke up on Monday and that was it.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but for me, there's two things that motivates me. One, intense amount of shame. Like if the internet starts making fun of me for anything, my body, my work, my face, my hair, I'm like, oh boy, I gotta fix this because other people are talking shit. And two, results. Once I start to actually see something, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I feel like you like those pictures, you look fucking great, man. That would be, all I need to keep it going.
No, I appreciate. No, I'm kind of the same way because I think just being able to kind of use the content angle to also kind of like try to do something for myself, but also helping me with my work and everything. Because now it's like I can't just not work out.
Yep.
Because everyone's just gonna shame me, be like, "Oh, you're talking all this shit," and then now you're not working out.
And
like, you can't just not do it.
This is where I commend you because I have told this to everybody a million times that like I'm a workaholic. The only thing that I've ever like stuck to in my life is Barstool. So if I make my fitness be Barstool, that will probably keep me going. But because I know that, I haven't taken the plunge yet. Because I'm like, as soon as I start, I'm gonna have to keep up. And
well, guess what? You're starting right now because
I know.
I just want to tee this up because Ev, I was telling Kev that we talked about how you've like committed to this and you're doing a little bit of content around it. But I thought it would be cool, especially while quarantine's still going on, to check in with a few people. But you and I haven't talked yet. So I'd like to hear just like a little bit about what you actually are doing. We know you had that hernia issue.
Yeah.
We want everybody to go hard, but at the same time,
you deserve even more credit because I remember seeing that and I was like, fuck, like this dude was on a roll and now there's no way he's going to like go back to it. And you were fresh out of the hospital back getting your steps in.
Yeah, I mean, that was really tough, especially because I had finally hit. It was funny because I was saying this whole thing like I hadn't been under 300 pounds since I was in high school. Literally, the morning of the surgery, I think I was like 300.9. I was like, this is it. Like I'm not gonna eat anything today. I'm not allowed to eat. I'm getting surgery today. Like tomorrow's the day I wake up 2 in the front of the number. I didn't eat a single thing all day. Uh-huh. The surgery was at like probably 2. I didn't leave the hospital at probably 7. Ate a peanut butter cracker they gave me. That was it all day. I'm like, oh, it's a lock. Mm-hmm. I wake up 3:05. I was like, what's going on? I was like, this isn't possible. So then finally I read the little paperwork they gave me and it says like, oh, like you're gonna gain like a lot, like scar tissue. We just pumped you with IV for like 10 hours straight.
Right.
So that was and then also the fact that I just couldn't move.
Right.
And I wouldn't wish
any
the first like 3 days on anybody.
Right.
The first 3 days are just horrible.
Yeah. Well, so what is your like routine now if you have one? You've been doing a lot of walking. You've been doing what else?
Your boy started out almost 335. Now I'm 295. I was wearing 4X t-shirts. Now I'm wearing 2X. We're feeling fucking good. We're living. We're popping the fuck out. And guess what? I'm going to have a few drinks today. You're goddamn right I am. It's Memorial Day weekend. Vodka with a splash of sugar-free Red Bull. I'm going to have a burger and a hot dog with no bun. That's how the fuck it's done. Bars, step by step. Keep pushing. Get to the goal step by step. Let's go.
I would say now pretty much is like I'm a pretty early riser. I get up, do like at least try to do like 3 miles.
When you say early riser, what are we talking?
Like I'm watching like the Korean baseball in the morning.
Okay.
Because I'm betting on that too. So
yeah,
I'm just up. Like my brain just like my clock goes on once it hits like the 3rd inning. But I mean, wake up like I do at least like 3 miles. Now that I'm back, before I was at my girlfriend's in Ohio for like a month and a half, and she has kind of like a park by her that has like this big trail type thing that's like 1.5 miles. So we do at least 2 of those. So now I'm back home. I'm just going from me to like my buddy's house and back. So at least like 3 miles. Get home, eat like usually I just eat like 2 or 3 egg whites, Ezekiel toast. I've been put onto all this like healthy shit. I didn't even know Ezekiel toast existed. And put that, and then
I don't even know what the fuck that means. Ezekiel.
It's like
you're not gonna like it.
Is it one of these like it's like gluten carb free bread, even though carb is bread just carbs?
It's like, yeah, apparently it's like made from like I don't know. I don't even remember.
You know what I did like?
grains
I
or,
saw your tweet though, because like yes, you eat egg whites, this fucking special toast, grilled chick. You know, of course, if you eat these things that suck, you're gonna get in shape, or you're gonna, you know, obviously we know that. But I think it's so important to pinpoint, especially if you're in our position where, you know, you're not trying to be like a fitness guru, but you're trying to speak to the masses a little bit. And you said sugar-free ice pops. And it's like, that's a real fucking thing that it's, you know, it's reasonable, it's realistic, and it's going to be, you know, pretty enjoyable.
And you know one thing about those, because I see this with Frank the Tank a lot. I checked your mentions and I didn't see anybody say it, but a lot of people jump in there and be like, those have artificial sweeteners. You shouldn't be eating those either. And it's like, guys, one fucking step at a time. Yeah. Like you could have regular sugar. Yeah, it's like, you know, a year from now, if you've lost 100 pounds, should you eventually try and cut out like aspartame or something like that? You know, like when everybody yells at Frank, like, you know, don't drink Diet Coke. I mean, yeah, eventually he has to cut that out if he really wants to be healthy. But it's like, it's better than regular Coke. Like, don't shame the people for the right things they're doing. Let them get there, you know?
Because I was always someone, was like a super late night eater. I like my weed. So like the munchies, I get all that aspect of it. So I was someone who literally like would just like eat like 2 bagels in the middle of the night, or just eat like a bunch of toast, or like anything, like sandwiches, all that kind of stuff. So instead of doing that, like Brendan said, just like having like a sugar-free ice pop is so reasonable and a million times better. Because I know that life, like I lived that literally my whole life. So I know there's so many people out there that are reading it that are probably the same way. So I'm like, yo, if you switch from that to an ice pop, massive difference.
Are you you think it's more diet or exercise that's the better, like the more important thing for you right now?
Diet, 100%.
Yeah. Diet's everything, man. You know,
you can eat like, especially when you're as heavy as me. Like I could have days where like if I just ate good and didn't work out, I still would lose weight. But if you eat like shit and work out, you're not going to lose weight. You just won't. It just doesn't work.
So you're under 3 bills right now, right?
Yeah, 295. Dude,
keep it moving. That 2 handle's got to feel great.
It's, dude, insane. Yeah. Literally 8 years. 8
yeah.
years. When I graduated high school, I was 300 pounds. In like my senior year, I had one point where I lost like 40, 50 pounds, and I just put it right back on by the end of the year, and that was it. And just went to college and never looked back.
How has the like response been? Are people being encouraging? Are they being assholes? Like, you know, because sometimes I feel like it's like, why do you have to be a dick to this guy who's like just trying to get in shape? But anytime I've even flirted with like doing a diet or exercise publicly, there are plenty of people who are either like correcting your form or like they just find a way to fucking bother you. And it's like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, those are sprinkled in, but it's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
I mean, like my DMs are just always flooded. I love, like, I need to get back and just do a big run and respond to a bunch of people, because so many like other big guys hit me up that have been saying like that they're like now they're working out, or like they like started when I started and they've lost like 30 pounds or so. And that's like the whole point. Like that's like what I wanted. Like if even one person did that, it worked. So the fact that like all these people are reaching out like that, it's definitely hit close to home, because I just couldn't relate to them so much. Like I literally lived this way my whole life. So to just like, I know how hard it is. Could I just like flip it? Because it's not even like a diet. Like it really needs to be like, the goal is to never be over 300 pounds again.
Right.
Like that's the real goal.
It's a lifestyle. It can't be. And that's why I like, you know, I say pick out realistic things. Because right now, if you were 295 because you were eating, you know, 100 calories a day, it's like we know that's not sustainable. But if you're telling me like I walk a few miles and I eat ice cream that's sugar free, like you can
that's the biggest loser like conundrum, where they bring all these people in, they lose 300 pounds, but it's like, well, you have a personal trainer every day, you have a chef, they work out like 10 hours a day. We're not going for that. Yeah. So that's what I was also hoping to do with this, like, you know, check in with guys like you. You're in a very different spot from Ev, but in a way not, because you're both injured, you know. So some people are dealing with injuries, some people are super athletic, some people are naturally skinny, some people are bigger. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to like see what's going on, so that not just like big guys who are trying to lose like weight like Ev, but you know, guys like me and you know, we could have some of the girls from the office jump on, just, you know, relate with people.
Yeah, everybody's got their story or their angle, but they're all like, you know, the main goal is still there. It's funny because I think that like fitness is super important. I think when fitness becomes like your personality is when it turns people off, and it's like, you're an asshole, dude. Like, you know, it doesn't have to define who you are.
I don't think you're in danger with that for anybody.
But I even find it like like, that's why I like Corey G a lot, because he does it in a way that's like, you're a cool dude. And I can, like, the way, literally just like the way he speaks and the vocabulary he uses is like, I don't feel like I'm talking to like a doctor or like a whatever, So I think you do it in a way that is relatable, sprinkle in some humor, some entertainment, and people are gonna be tuning into Big Ev's workouts because it's almost like a piece of content, and it's also motivating and relatable and all that sort of shit too. So are you just walking?
Right now, because I'm not with the hernia, it's tough because mine was like pretty severe too.
Right.
So basically, when I went to see with a surgeon like the second time, like 2 weeks after the surgery, he basically told me 4 more weeks of like walking, exercise, bike. That's it.
Did you get the hernia from wiggle digging?
No. So honestly, it's crazy because I've low key had it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So it first happened, and like I was like, something's going on. I went to the doctor. Doctor had me go get a sonogram. They said, oh, like it's nothing. Like, cause I was like afraid, thinking it was legitimately gonna be like a tumor, like cancer or something.
Yeah.
So I was freaked out, and then they said it was nothing. So I just kind of been just living with it, and and then kind of just like once I started really working out a lot, it started like hurting more and more, and then just one day it just got like real bad.
Well, I commend you too, man, because like I've had 2 back surgeries, 3 shoulder surgeries, and a neck surgery, and it's legit. I do have like pain and issues, but I also just use it as such a crutch. Like anytime a little bit of adversity, I'm just like, wow, I'm injured. I can't do it. And it's like, you're going to have to, and maybe you haven't had surgeries, but you have, I don't know, you get the flu or you get something. Like you will always find a reason to not work out or not diet until you have, like you said, that epiphany, that flip switches in your head. And you're like, you have to want to, it's like we all want the results, but you have to come up with like a routine or a reason, a motivation that you actually truly want and believe in your heart,
Yeah, I mean, because that was my biggest thing, that everyone's like, oh, like this, like do this, like even my whole life. But it always like, because I've said this to a few people, I kind of related to almost even like anything with your life, like this, or say if you have like say you have like a substance abuse issue, like I feel like to like finally like kind of like make it through it, it has to be on you. Like you have to find it within, I guess. I know that sounds like cliche and kind of corny, but
no,
it's within. Like it has to be you. Like you have to, if you don't want it, it's not sustainable.